Hello, everyone. Welcome to one more Magic Inside podcast.
Hello.
Hello, Artur.
Hello.
So today we are going to...
How's it going?
All good, a lot of work, new things.
As usual.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are inventing amazing stuff.
I know.
I can tell that next year in 2025, it's going to be an amazing year with great inventions.
Mhm.
I'm going to release something with Victor Sans, probably by Christmas. Then a few devices, some of them are almost all you know already.
Yeah.
And like next year, like 5 tricks I'm going to release or something. So it'll be really amazing.
And you also have a few side projects regarding electronics and magic.
Yes, I do.
As
Yes.
well. Which,
Not for magicians.
Of course.
Yes, but I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Which are going to, it's really very exciting times, I think. So I'm really happy with how things are going. So let's start to speak about, you are talking about the Magic Cafe, right?
Yes. It's very hard for you to get something good from it. I mean, you have a lot of knowledge in there, in those threads, but it's very easy for you to get frustrated while reading through, and especially if you are active on the discussions, because it will. I mean, it's not always, of course, and not with everyone, but it will tend to. So the conversations will tend to I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. I think that if you are active on the conversations, you will get a little bit frustrated by the content and by the people.
Yes, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Yes.
So the good thing is that, as you mentioned, there is a lot of information that magicians can learn from that forum. Because it exists for many, many years, you can really research a lot of information regarding past effects, the history of magic. So there are a lot of things and good tips from great magicians, you know.
I'm scrolling through
You are
right now. Yes.
Yeah. This green...
It hasn't changed since, I don't know, 1999. When is this released? Do you know?
I have no idea. I know the owner. I've met him once in Magic Live. It's Steve Brooks.
Steve Brooks, yeah.
But that's it. I really don't... There are thousands of magicians in there, you know. It's pretty crazy. So the good thing is that you really can research a lot of information. So it's great because of that. The other part, which is the one that I really don't like, is that there is a lot of bullying online in that forum, and people hiding behind nicknames, fake ones. They don't really, you know. I remember almost every time I released something, there was one guy or two that they don't like for whatever reason it is. I don't know, and I don't care. But they are there saying that the trick is horrible. I remember when I released my, my watch, where you move the ends.
The smoke? Oh,
no, the
watch.
other one with the ends, which Justin Willman used on the Magic for Humans, the first episode, or I don't know. It's a pretty, and you do that one professionally, so you know. And there was one guy, which is the one that created the Sven pad. I don't know his name. Do you know?
No, but we can.
Yes, you can
search for that.
And out of the blue, the dealers didn't receive the product yet. It was on pre-sale on Murphy's, and this guy said something. I remember something like, "Oh, this trick is horrible." He didn't have any, you know. João Miranda is like the Zara of magic, destined to disappear in a few years from now. And Zara is one of the most successful stores from the Ortiga. I think it's Spain. The owner is Spanish. I think it's one of the richest people in the world.
It's more international now.
Yeah. What he means is the trick is like my tricks are like fast food. You know, he said that. I remember because at the time I used to visit because there is one client of mine. Oh, you should go to the forums and try to read when you have some time and go there. And this guy out of nowhere said this. I mean, it's really upsetting, you know, when people say these things about you just
it's
because
like free I don't know, free hate you know?
Yeah, it's.
Because it is what it is. It's just
There is one saying
bad.
that says this: small minds discuss people. You know,
Oh yeah.
big minds discuss ideas. These are the two realities. You know, when I see a trick that I don't like in the magic market, I can take a look at it. I can laugh. I can show to my team. Oh, look at this. Okay, but I don't go to the internet saying bad things like saying, "Oh, this creator is shit," or why is he born? Things like this that people have told me. You know, and it's pretty strange. Because
especially from one creator to another, you know, because he also I mean, in this case the creator but is also a creator, so
is he? I don't know. Is probably I know that this Venpad is not invented by him.
Oh no.
No. So I don't really know what he has created.
Well, the principle is the concept, of course.
No, I think even the principle, I'm not sure if I think it has been released before. I think it's not his idea originally.
All right.
He just produced them. And I think they are good because many magicians use it. So it's pretty strange. And other guys, for example, I had one when I released the Equalizer, you know, which is the small machine that many magicians use and love. A speaker. Luis Matos used it. Barry from Barry and Stewart use it. Many magicians use it. And there was one guy that out of the blue sent me a private message saying, "Oh, João, this is horrible. Why don't magicians buy a $5 speaker?
Yes.
Because it's much cheaper. They don't need to spend $200 on a machine that makes sound." And I remember at the time I replied, you know, and then it was some back end part because I didn't respect him. Because I tried to show him my point of view without.
But
because
you will never win an argument with this.
No,
with these guys.
You don't win. You don't win. No. Nowadays, I don't go to Magic Cafe anymore. I don't really go because I don't have nothing to gain from that front. You know, I prefer direct feedback from magicians that know me, that eventually have my number. I don't really care with bullies, you know, because that it's what it is. And my biggest problem with that forum is that I'm strong-minded. I don't, for example, that guy that said those words about me.
About the Equalizer.
No, about the Tsar. I don't know his name. Okay. I approached him on Las Vegas in Magic Live, you know, and hello, and he was looking at me like, you know, and it was really strange. But
you have a story to tell.
Yes, it's strange because when you are in front of a person, you are not hiding behind a computer, your laptop, and you know it's different when you see people in front of you.
Do you ever had really funny. Any other beefs with the other magicians?
No, this is not a beef.
In person or
no, I never had. I never had any at all. And with this guy, I don't care. I mean, no, I never spoke to him. I never have any conversation with him. I just think that people should really have a sense, because the thing is exactly what I was going to say. I'm strong-minded. I don't care what he says. I mean, I don't really care. I could not care less about what I mean is, I care about positive feedback. Can be negative feedback. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with someone saying, "João, why did you create this if this is better?" Okay, I take criticism very well, and I ask for it. It's the only way we can improve as humans, you know. If everyone says you make a card disappear, right, and you show it to your wife or your daughter or whatever, and it's it's perfect. No, please tell me what's bad. I spoke with this about David Stone, you know. And David Stone told me something very interesting, which was, João, when I do shows, I don't ask what people liked. I ask them what they didn't like. It's the only way I can improve is they tell me the negatives. But this is important. But with people like this guy that trashed me literally just for the sake of it, it's bad. Why?
That's the difference.
The difference is, I don't care, but let's imagine that you invented a good magic trick and you are, I don't know, 15 years old, you are not as mature as adult. It's different. You can take these kind of things, and this can make you go away from magic. This can really hurt your feelings because people are different. I'm really strong-minded. I have a lot of drive. I mean, when I want to do something, I find a way to do it. But not everyone is like this. And if you have someone online trashing like this, probably they will get away from magic. They will not. They will be really upset. And this is what really I don't really like about that forum specifically. I think that people could make criticism, but could be more positive about things. This guy said bad things about me without having the trick with him. Just I don't know why.
Just by,
perhaps it's envy.
looking at the trailer, or
I don't know. I have no idea. I found that humans are really strange. There are a lot of different people. That's why there are good people, bad people. There are a lot. It's a crazy world, right? And I learned a lot. I'm almost 40. I'm 38 now. And this type of people can really make someone not as strong-minded as me drive away from magic, and it's really a shame. So the Magic Cafe, I don't really go there, and
I think that when Magic Cafe was released, was implemented or brought to public, it was in a time where these forums were very popular. Nowadays, not so much. So I question if it has that much traffic nowadays. And I think that also the times have changed and people are more like into digital. So nobody wants to read anymore. Okay. And so I think that Magic Cafe and other forums, but they are destined right now to that type of people. That's type of people that has time to actually to go through these things and to invest time in saying bad things about others, because nowadays people have so much so many things to take care that doesn't have time to
go there and read,
go through that kind of stuff.
I used to go there. Honest. I used to go there a few times because I care with what people say.
Because you have a business as well.
Yes. But besides of that, it's me plus 7 people, full time, 8 hours every day, and we are here to innovate, to create new things that nobody created before. At least we do our best, right? Okay. So I really take all of these inventions with the heart. It's something that sometimes take months because we are creating a product, and creating one product takes a lot of different things. It's like you need to make with plastic or with paper and with magnets, and thinking about the routines and thinking about the trailer, the packaging must be something innovative. So there are a lot of, it's like a puzzle. You have like 20 different or 40 or 50 different things into a little puzzle. In this case, a magic trick that professionals use. And there are a lot of small things. And having someone, after you create this baby for 6 months with other 7 people, saying, oh, this is horrible, this is this. Okay, I may accept that you don't like. For you, it's horrible. But why specifically? Tell me why. Because
they just don't like it.
They don't like it, or I don't like the person, which I think is the case now for some reason. And it's really sad that those people really behave like that. I don't know if it's envy, because I think that people should be good for the other. I mean, if you do something that I don't like, I will try to help you. I will try, why don't you try this or don't try that? I don't trash you out just for the sake of it, especially in the internet, so everyone can read.
And if you don't have overlapping interests, like, for example, you release a trick and then you are trashed by some other creator that has a different or similar trick.
I'll give one specific example. There was one guy that I think it's from, I don't know exactly the country. Anyway, he created like a sound machine similar to Equalizer. In fact, some of the tricks in the trailer are ours, okay?
That I didn't know.
And one of them is from Miguel,
Mm-hmm.
which is the little match that is signed where the matches disappear and stays there. The one who they did that trick in the trailer, okay? So, and I remember perfectly. I was there and I told him, your product is missing a few things. I didn't went there into a war
Okay.
saying, oh, I will copy me, remove that product immediately, or I will call you out to the whole community. No. I said, you shouldn't have created a product like that. I won't go into the specifics. If you want, I can go, but
you pointed out
I pointed out you are missing
the
these
details.
for example, once that product in particular does not have volume, and I told him why it must have volume, and he said no, it does not need to have, because you can go into the software and you can place more volume or less volume. And I told him, when professional musicians are performing, they work in different environments. It could be more noise, more background noise, less background noise. They must place, depending on the space they are working, the volume and the correct level. Or do you want the musician to go to the toilet with a computer, try to raise the volume or lower the volume?
Yes,
Does not make sense. And we are talking about 2 buttons that cost 20 cents. And so this is the type of feedback that I like to have on my products. You know, João, you create this. Why didn't you? Oh, and I say, thank you. Thanks for that. You know, I mean,
of course,
this is how everyone involves.
It helps if you are surrounded with working magicians and trustable ones, because you can lend your products to them in order to test. I have done quite a few times, as you know, and that's actually real feedback, because you are on the ground and you test your products the best way possible.
Yeah.
There are people who develop and release products without ever trying in real life how that works. And that's so wrong.
Yes, I agree with you. There are unfortunately thousands of them nowadays. That I can see that through experience. This example of the volume is so basic. It's obvious. You know, every performer, if you are performing at a wedding, is different on a corporate event with 5 people. If you want to have the volume of simulating shaking a matchbox, is different if there is a lot of background noise or not. So if there is a lot of background noise and the volume is not that much, people will not listen and the trick will not work. Okay, so what I think is that is missing, and it's something that we both have, is a lot of experience. So the thing is that we both are lucky to have a lot of experience, you know, because we have done hundreds of weddings, corporate events, even amazing TV shows. Unfortunately not, but at least we tried. We did it. But
by the time they were nice.
By the time,
yes.
Nowadays not that much. But anyway, we were there and we worked our asses off. So we
learned from experience.
We learned from experience. We learned. We were
and
really
even today, if you are not on the ground trying out your inventions, you learn from experience. So you know what you need in a product, whatever that product might be. You know. So
yes, it's almost 20 years performing magic professionally. So I started really very young, you know. So this kind of experience is very important. How can someone, for example, how can you develop a football ball if you don't know, you have never played soccer, you don't know the rules, you have never. How can you? You must.
It's like releasing a cart wallet, for example. You as a magician, of course, you performed any version of cart wallet in your 20 years of magic. I certainly did. That's not something that I do very often, but because you've tried so many different versions, so many different situations, you know what you are looking for in a cart wallet.
Of course.
And even if you don't have a version of yours of a cart wallet, you may have a modified version of someone else's cart wallet.
Of course.
That fits your performance, 100%. That fits your environment.
Yeah.
And so that's how actually working magicians.
Yes, we are talking about working magicians. Okay, it's not tricks for Instagram, or we are talking about the real tricks in the real world. Yes, I agree with you. I think magicians should try at least to give to have some shows, like some weddings, to have this kind of experience. Because, for example, in some tricks, the angles are not good because you have one spectator looking from here, another from here. The reset should be tried to be fast if possible. So when you go from one table to another, and all of these small
That's actually
details.
very, very important. The resets. It is something that I never. I don't know. It was not always my primary concern, the reset, but I mean, if you think well, it's very important that you. Again, as a working magician, you do several times the same routine or the same set of tricks. It's very important that you can reset from at least one table to another, or between
it
tables.
Can take a few seconds, or you are there in your jacket doing something. Okay, it's perfectly fine. But when you need to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes, it's not. I mean, it's not that good. Unless if the trick is really unbelievable. And it's really good. I mean, okay, if you need to take 5 minutes to perform this trick in 3 tables of art.
One very underrated trick that actually we spoke about underrated tricks last episode, and I thought of Build to Lemon. Build to Lemon is, if you think in the trick itself, it's a very good trick. I mean, not for us magicians because we know what's behind, and again, there are several versions of it, but for the spectator, it's a very strong.
I've done it on TV on
trick.
It's really good.
Specifically, I know that you used to perform it on table hopping. So
yes, in every table,
weddings or corporate, whatever. And it's the reset for this trick. It's not that easy, but
it is.
I mean, I know that you have several lemons.
Of course. I don't go to the bathroom and prepare them. Yes, when I used to perform at weddings, I always ask how many tables are there. If there are 20, I go with my briefcase with 20 lemons prepared. The night before, I prepare them. I place the tissue there so that during the night it gets moist by the
little
lemon.
Details, of course.
It's important because when you open the lemon, you don't want the bill starting to drip the spectator's clothing with lemon. So it's important. So I did this. If people open my close-up bag, they see like 20 lemons in there, and it's a miracle. So after I go to my briefcase. Normally I used to place near the DJ or something like that, or if there is not a room nearby, So I place the lemon, but it's like 30 seconds.
I would say it's
amazing.
It's
amazing.
A quick reset, that one.
Yes.
If you have 20 lemons.
Yeah. Yes. I used to always use a small bag. It was not a paper one because I did many weddings at the time, and I used like a small bag.
A velvet.
Yes. Depends. Sometimes I use the small bag, which is stand upright by itself, made of plastic, but it's beautiful. It was a nice bag. And sometimes I used a velvet one. Yes.
Actually, the Built Lemon was the trick that triggered the
you mean timeless?
Timeless, the one right. with the box, because it's a trick that is so good that I find it hard to make better. I mean,
Built Lemon, do you think?
Yes. The thing is, you have the Built Lemon, but if you want to perform something else, like in the same, with the same concept, but not with a lemon, I mean, I find it hard to step up from there. And it was the trick that triggered Timeless as a step up from Built Lemon. I remember us two discussing how we can actually. I mean, it started with a lemon inside a box, and then you had the idea to completely remove the lemon, because the loading for the lemon it was the method. It was different.
Yes, it was.
But then the object inside changed completely. you have a new trick.
If it was not your built lemon idea, probably Timeless will not exist, right?
Perhaps,
Because it was you who sparked me this idea, so it's pretty nice.
This interest to
Yes.
come up with the concept of nested and the object inside.
Yes.
And of course, the watch idea was of yours. And
Yes.
it was a great success. I believe. I remember.
Unbelievable. Yes, I designed the trick in the weekend. You came to the office with this idea of the lemon in a Friday, and on Monday I had on the paper the mechanism, everything, and Tiago started to draw it, and it was really, I don't know, it's crazy, pretty crazy.
It was hard. I remember in the early stages because I stepped away a little bit from the development because it was your part. But I remember that in the beginning you had Tiago to design and print these boxes in 3D print.
That's right.
With the I don't know what to call it, the hole that would stick in the lemon.
That's right.
And so it for every trick there is this curve of research and development, which is sometimes harder, sometimes easier, again by your expertise in things. But
yes, it's hard to create this kind of tricks. I really think it's sometimes I'll be honest with you, sometimes I look at Timeless and I'm impressed myself. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's pretty nice.
For those who don't know, the mechanism inside is actually, it works by itself and it's electric powered, so it's like
and about time, it was what made me meet David Berglas. Sorry, Marvin Berglas. I was having vacations and someone called me out of the blue. I saw it was from the UK and it was Marvin Berglas. Hello, João, nice to meet you. My dad, David Berglas, saw your Timeless and he was blown away. He was who created this, and oh really? I mean, it's a huge compliment from hearing that, So how can I need to buy one because he saw it on a magic shop or someone brought and he saw, so he didn't have the time to keep it to. And 1 week later, I sent him one for free, of course, because it's Marvin Berglas. I mean, it's one of my idols since I'm a child. So it was pretty much amazing. It was because of Timeless that it was the first time, and receiving a call from him, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was pretty nice. And I also have a version of the Built Lemon that just made me remember, which is like you have a bowl. How do you say bowl? Okay, sorry. A bowl of lemons, like 20 there, and then you make the bill disappear, and then you. It's like, let me say, there is a little acrylic base, there is a little pole, and then there is the transparent.
I remember
bowl.
that. Yeah.
So basically, the spectator goes there, takes the lemon, opens, and inside is the lemon. And my idea for this is pretty crazy. I cannot say it or someone will copy me, but it's pretty nice. Perhaps I will work on that trick because I think that for parlor or stage,
it's for stage. Yes.
Do you remember the method? It was pretty crazy.
I remember. Yes, I remember. It was,
but
at the time it was like manual. So the prototype I remember you to make.
Yes,
it was like.
Of course, I need to add motors in there, but
pulling strings.
I always add motors. I work with motors, so everything is
yes.
around me is with motors. This works with motors. Everything is with motors. So, but it's pretty nice. So we are now like half an hour. Perhaps I will do a trick and let's wrap.
You
this
wanna
up.
let's see a trick, of course.
I'm going to show a trick that no one has ever seen before.
Also a very popular one.
Not. Yes. So I'm going to show you a trick. So Leviosa, no one has seen. I'm just kidding. So please, Artur, take one card for me.
Any card.
Yes, any card. Okay, you can take a look at it.
It's a very good card.
I can take a Sharpie if you
very,
want to sign it.
Very rich card.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. It's one of my favorites, the 8 of diamonds. I'm going to cut the cards right here. Okay. and I want to take a look at the shadow over here on the table. I'm going to take only with the shadow with my index and thumb right here. Watch. If I take it, I can do something like. And
interesting.
This is exactly the 8 of diamonds.
Exactly.
And look, there is nothing above the deck. Literally nothing. So I want to take a look at the deck, and 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Exactly. Leviosa.
That felt like real magic.
Oh, that compliment seems so natural. Thank you so much.
But it's a very nice effect for the eye. Actually, I remember the first time you sent me a small clip of Tiago doing
right. And yes,
I thought that you edited the video backwards because this motion is so, I don't know, it's not natural to see an object going up.
Right, normally it's going down.
That yes. I believed that you had inverted the
video. Yes, video. And you told me that, and said why? It's just a string around the. Sorry, I cannot say it on the podcast, but yeah, it's nice because it's a new principle regarding the position of everything over here. Even though the basic principle is very old, so but I think it's nice. I think it's.
It was an idea of you and Julio Montoro.
Yes.
Yes.
I saw it on a restaurant here in Oporto. Julio's version was not electronic, of course, and had some issues, and it was not practical because you had a deck and you had a string and you had to unwind it, and and okay, it was not practical. And to finish, you need to. It was not practical. Even though I was truly inspired by the trick, I thought I loved the motion, I loved how the deck cut. It was all Julio, and the idea of the deck flowing to the end, it was all Julio. And next day, I remember about the method that it's exactly what the real Leviosa is. It's something pretty simple.
I would say that it's a mix somewhere in between the haunted deck effects and concept principle, and also the whirling cards type of effect, because you mix the levitation and you mix the cutting the deck in half to find the card. So it's both the concepts.
Yes, the advantage of this trick is that the thread never breaks unless you do something by mistake. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's a trick that I like.
I remember you had one story in the restaurant with Julio performing, or I don't remember, but you told me that someone from the table behind was actually looking at you guys levitating decks, and
no, that happened I think with David Stone, perhaps.
David Stone?
Yes, we were having lunch. And David Stone, it was David. I was with David and Miguel and Bruno.
But showing Leviosa or?
No, we're having lunch. And then I think it was Bruno showed David Leviosa. And at the back of David Stone was this guy having lunch. And out of nowhere, the deck was about to levitate. And David remembered the effect. So this guy was lunching and he tapped him out the back. And the guy was... oh, look at there. And the guy looks and he sees a deck flying to the hand, and they thought these guys are crazy. Who are these guys that are wizards, or what is happening here?
Can you imagine the brain, I don't know, someone out of the blue sees something that it's impossible with no context that you are magicians. So it was like a hard punch on that brain. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's really magical. Yeah.
Yes, or not. Perhaps it's simply a strange situation because, I don't know, because this trick is nice if you see that you shuffle the cards, and when people see, yes, they understand it's a deck of cards, so I assume the reaction is good, but I don't really recall. I see the guy is just... and then he continued to hit. So I mean, I think it was something like this. So it was not.
For me, I think that levitation effects, wherever they are the strongest pieces of magic that you can perhaps show to someone.
Yeah.
You can do card tricks. You can do, I don't know,
Yes. Do
impossible
card tricks,
locations.
but don't start with Leviosa. Otherwise,
Yes.
I mean, you do Leviosa. They see this deck
greatest.
flying. Now let me try to find your card. They will say, I don't care. The deck just flew to my hand. Stop. You can stop right there. You know, it's this kind of effect, in my opinion.
It's a closer, I would say.
Yes, it is. It is. So that's it, right?
I think so, yes.
For this week, we have a lot of time already. So that's it. Let's wrap this up. Guys, see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for
See
watching.
you, bye.